Welcome back everybody to the channel. Right now we're looking at the comic book shelves. You guys see them in the background of every single one of my videos. Today we're doing a little bit of spring cleaning, I guess you could say. So we have all these piles here on my comic book shelf, my floor here, and we're going to be getting these onto the shelves. So I wanted to give you guys a quick before. So over here we have all my Omnis, DC. We have some Marvel Omnis here. Down below we have some DC Deluxe Editions, Marvel Deluxe Editions as well. Right here, this is like my favorite shelf. We have my little Lego display up there. Coming down, we have some of the writers that I really love. So we have Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Jeff Lemire, Rick Remender, some more Jeff Lemire carries over into Daniel Warren Johnson, into James Tynion IV. Down here we just have some more Image Deluxe Editions. I really like that format a lot. Right here we just have some like hardcover stuff from Boom Studios, Dark Horse Comics, a little bit of IDW. Down here we have some indie softcover stuff, indie hardcover stuff. Right here to the left we have some DC softcover stuff. We have the Penguin Classic Marvel hardcovers, and then my Image compendiums. And then we also have back there we have the comic book kind of closet where I keep my trade paperbacks. Don't worry about the comic book filing cabinet, that's getting its own video here in a second. So right here though, these are the piles that we're getting onto the shelves. So right here we have some DC Omnis that's going to go on the top two shelves over there. We have some hardcover indie stuff. Besides this, that's going to go on the bottom shelf, but then the rest of it is going to go kind of up in here. Over here we have some soft cover indie stuff, besides the Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, but compendiums are going to go somewhere there. Right here, this is stuff that it's either a real book or it's manga or a PS2 game, so that's going to go in the closet. And then all these trades are going in the closet as well. So that's what we got for the agenda today. Just wanted to give you guys a quick before, and then throughout various stages of me reorganizing spring cleaning, I'll be showing you guys, give you guys a little bit of updates. So yeah. Forgot to mention there's a decent amount of action figures we're also going to get displayed as well. We have some DC figures, and then we have some Marvel Spider-Man figures as well, watching Seinfeld in the background. So yeah, let me show you guys the first update. All right, so very quickly, this entire shelf's going to look different, so I'm just going to do a little bit before. So we're going to move Green Lantern down one, make room for Catwoman up there. I think we're going to move this David Mazzucchelli Year One over there, and then kind of shift things around, maybe put that a little lower so it could be seen a little bit. So yeah, let me do that real quick. All right, first check-in. Here's how we're looking on the DC shelves. So I shifted some things around on the top. Made room for the Catwoman Omnibus. We got the new figures on display. New figures on display throughout. You guys see the Martian Manhunter and the Mr. Terrific. We got the DC versus Marvel Omnis in. Green Lantern Omnibus was moved down. I also added the two Spider-Man figures that we had. That big gap there, that's for the Hickman Avengers. I'll be filling that in a little bit. But yeah, man, so this is what we're looking like so far with this check-in. Checking with you guys in a sec. Alrighty, so quick little check-in. I switched out the Batmobile here. Moved that one down there. We did some sort of reorganization, added some of the Ed Brubaker stuff, added some of the Jeff Lemire stuff. I don't like how it's kind of going up top, but just until I don't know, justify moving things around even more. See some of the stuff I added, shifted around, some of the figures. Snoopy and Woodstock got promoted. We're looking over here. Nothing really different over here. So what I'm going to do now is get all these compendiums here. I'm going to try to get them all in one cube. Maybe that'll be a project for another time. But yeah, so these compendiums are going in there. We also have the stuff going in the closet in these two piles here. So I'll show you guys the final look here in a second. Alrighty, so we have the finished product. I got the compendiums in there. We moved some of the things into the closet, but this is how we're looking for March 2025, the comic book room. Really liking the display over here. Gotta get some like I don't know, some risers or something like that. Maybe hang some stuff so some flying characters can come from the top. But yeah, man, this is how we're looking. This is how we're looking. Got a bunch of feeling good, you know. You get a bunch of the clutter because I had these piles of books all over the place, man. So finally took care of that. We'll be changing out this display at some point soon. Get some new variants in there. Show you guys the closet. So ignore this, all right? Don't look at my figure problem, all right? So in here we have the manga. We have some of the larger stuff that doesn't really fit on the bookshelves. We have my actual books over there, and then the trade paperbacks. To be honest, there's no real kind of rhyme or reason to how things go in the trade paperback closet, so I kind of just put that big pile of trades right there. You know, maybe we can organize them, be a project for another day, but yeah, that's how the comic book room is looking like for March 2025, kind of the update, the spring cleaning update. Thank you guys for watching, and read more comics.